Hi, my name is No Shed. Some of you guys know me as Shipon, and this is Spurs Video Podcast. Obviously, big game, Chelsea. Probably so much riding on this. Obviously, Mr. Villas-Boas. You know, we are two clubs that, especially over the last 6 months, have been incredibly linked. Their former boss is now our boss. They're winning the Champions League, denied us, us get entering into the Champions League. Obviously, the windfall and the loss of players. It's been obviously it's been a huge change for us. In terms of what I think, how the game will go. Obviously, the news that Dembele may be injured isn't a good sign. He apparently picked up a knock, and so that's because apparently that's what has. But I'm guessing he got the better Belgian. I don't know because he started ahead of Hazard for them. But I think that's just because of the way that they play. And apparently they've got like God knows how many good players playing for them, and they've got this one player who plays for Zenit St. Petersburg, and he's like their orchestrator, the string puller. He runs the show really with Dembele in midfield. I'm going to go on the basis that hopefully Dembele will somehow get to fitness, and obviously on the basis that Ashley Cole played 90 minutes on a very heavy pitch in Poland, and I can't remember, but I don't think Lennon or Caulker played. I didn't actually watch the game because I don't give a shit about England. But apart from I don't really, especially if it was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I didn't get time to watch it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with. I think he hasn't really, I know for a fact that I don't think Carl Walker played or Aaron Lennon played. So those two doubling up on Ashley Cole, that'll be who I look to target. And when you're targeting him consistently, the problem is we haven't got the player that can play the ball wide. That's my one fear. But if we can target Ashley Cole, he also gives him width, and that puts a lot of pressure on Ivanovic to get forward. And if Ivanovic is pinned in, there's a real space between their defence and midfield because Luiz and Cahill are good players, but I think the physicality of Adebayor especially. If you look to target Luiz, maybe get him on a yellow, he's going to have a lot less time. He'll have one of those PlayStation moments, and I think that is the weak link. Obviously, I think they're going to play Ramirez and Johnny Mikel, and this is the thing I don't get. I know Johnny Mikel, is he like our Huddleston? I mean, I've never seen I can't really remember him playing, but I'm guessing he's like our Huddleston. He's like the deep passer or something, but he isn't particularly quick with his delivery. He's not exactly. But obviously they're replacing they prefer him to that Ramo guy from they got bought him for Barcelona. So and obviously we all know Ramirez can break forward very, very well, and that's something we have to watch out for. And I do believe if we can have a fit Dembele and obviously a fit Sandro, I think we can hopefully beat their double pivot of Ramirez because they're both obviously, Ramirez is more of a runner than Mikel will ever be, and Mikel's more of a passer in that thing, than sitting back. But if we can out-hustle them and disrupt their rhythm and really prevent those forward runs, I think it'll be interesting because both Sandro, Ramirez, and Chavs obviously from playing for Brazil together, so that'll be an interesting duel. Their front three, obviously, like Mata, Hazard, and Oscar, they're gonna, and obviously Torres up front. That's going to be interesting how we handle that. Are our three as good as them? I definitely would prefer Bale to Mata. That's, and I do, but in the middle, obviously I'd like to have Oscar rather than say either Clint, Dempsey or Sigurdsson. And, definitely I prefer Hazard to Lennon. So this is going to be a tough game. I really, I think up front we're slightly better. I think defensively, it's an interesting one because obviously Luiz and Cahill aren't the best. They're not terrible. And so I said, look, we're going to sign Gary. This is one Cahill's at Bolton and Luiz was at Benfica. So I said, look, we're going to sign these two. I said, they're those good signings. But I think Gallas has got the experience and Caulker, and apparently Caulker actually just does everything that Gallas tells him to do. We've got an incredibly physically gifted centre back, and this one who actually plays. He's a very good ball playing centre back. and I think Vertonghen will give us an edge. I think at left back, look, Ashley Cole's a much better left back than Vertonghen is, but I think first of all he hasn't had to, and Vertonghen was playing against, Scotland, so I don't think he had that much of a hard game. Sorry, Archibald, that's the Spurs Forum poster, but I just think if we can get those two him forward, and I don't know, I wouldn't mind seeing how Adam Smith does, because but I want to put him his debut against the likes of, say, Mata, but having said that, the way Carl Walker's been so defensively poor, I'm not sure really. I mean, this could be the game that, you know what, you give him faith, he finally responds. But I think that's our weak link right now. Carl Walker is superb going forward, but defensively, he's weak. Charlie was great defensively, but his one weakness was, the way I look at it, if Charlie, it's incredible. He was 6'4" as well as a right back. Only 6'4" right backs have you even heard of. He wasn't the quickest, but he definitely knew his art of defending. So I'm definitely going to go. I'm going to go with 1-1 draw. I just can't see us winning this. I think I think Clint Dempsey's getting better. Obviously, he scored a couple of goals against the powerhouse that is Guatemala, and obviously Lennon's getting returned to form. Bale's on getting back to form, but I don't know. I just think we are very, very evenly matched. Obviously, the home crowd can be the extra man. Then you know what? Who knows? Maybe we can get a win out of this. But without this is a game that you would have killed for a Luka Modric, absolutely. Because you need someone, because Dembele's powerful running from midfield, and say Luka's ability to basically find a pass, or be in the position to receive a pass and keep that ball moving. I think we would have caused them a lot of problems, because we didn't sign a player like that, and he won't play Carroll, and Siggy and Clint are two different kinds of players. I don't know. I was more confident last season, because I thought we had apart from I think we were a stronger team. Going forward anyway, because obviously Luka Modric, Van der Vaart, etc. And look, as good as Clint Dempsey is physically, he hasn't got that genius that Rafa has. Rafa's just the man's a genius what he can do, but unfortunately, and he can't tackle the toffee, and his fitness isn't the best. I'm hoping we can get a 1-0, but man, it's going to be tough. I think it won't be the strengths that determine us, it'll be the weaknesses. So whether that's Carl Walker, whether that's in a bit, our turnover and losing possession. We do. I'm hoping. It's depending really, because obviously Siggy, we know he can pass very well. If he can just get his passing a bit more accurate and show in training, his passing is a bit accurate, then I think we can get a 1-0 because Clint Dempsey's a runner. I'd rather bring Clint Dempsey on with half an hour to go. Let's say we're a goal down or whatever. Then he might be able to get us a goal or something. But I don't know. The only thing I could think of realistically is it's not even match formations. Even going for a 4-4-2 and outflank them, but and having someone like JD who can play off the shoulder, dropping deep into those pockets. The thing is, JD's really bad at with his timing of his runs and being in the offside trap. So it's a real toughie. I'll be honest. I'm not looking forward to this game, and with the Dembele injury, it makes it even harder. But you've got at the end of the day, these guys are the European champions, and incredibly, we did once beat the European champions, and so who knows? Maybe we can beat these guys at home. Although it will be a toughie, But I think if we can get, I don't know. I really think we can grind out a result, but it won't be easy. Oscar has my thing is, if we can deny them the ball and really look to basically, I think it will be the battle of the double pivots, the battle of the fullbacks. So which defender is the weaker and how much we capitalise on the other. I think the only thing we've got going for us is that, with the exception of say Hazard and Oscar, obviously, he knows most of this team. He knows that team. he must have, obviously he was their trainer. He must have known what players are good, what players are bad, and then, he may be able to target weaknesses, but apart from that, I can't really think of anything else. I'm hoping we don't lose, because to lose to the Chavs would be terrible, but I'm not going to put I wasn't going for a 2-0, but I'm now going to go for a 1-0, I think. I think it's going to be a very, very tough tie. I think it'll be very, very tough to beat, but I think it will be a very boring game, a ball draw, but I hope to be proven wrong. I hope we beat the shit out of them. Anyway, going to give a shout out to my boy Kevin G, who's Portugal managed to keep the mighty North Ireland at bay, and yeah, and on that bombshell, I'm hoping you enjoy the game tomorrow, and yeah, please check out spursforum.co.uk. Please click on any ad links as they appear, and yeah, tweet me, FB me, inbox me. And one thing, this isn't for Super Spurs, but I'd actually start Hugo Lloris in goal. I think we're going to need that distribution from somewhere, and we haven't got what I call a midfield passer. So if we, Caulker can pass it a little bit, Vertonghen can pass it a little bit. We need to have that distribution. So I'm going to go with Lloris in goal. I just think with his distribution skills, and especially with the speed of the guys like Torres, and they'll look to break into the box at speed, and we'll need a player goalkeeper that'll come off his line. We'll need a super keeper. So yeah. So on my second bombshell, I bid you adieu. And as always, come on you Spurs.